Hey everybody, welcome back. So I kind of want to do a little experiment with you guys. So last week I did a Cinderella story, starring Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray. Now the first Chad Michael Murray movie I did, I barely got any views. Maybe because it was new, I don't know. But even the other Chad Michael Murray movie I did, barely anything. However, when I did a Cinderella story, you guys viewed it almost 2,000 times. So I'm curious if you guys like Hilary Duff more. So here we go. I picked another Hilary Duff favorite of mine. My sister Keisha introduced it to me. It is called Raise Your Voice. It is PG, but do not take PG very lightly because this film is heartbreaking as ever. But it did come out in 2004. It's only an hour and 43 minutes, so it's not going to take much of your time. Now, as I stated, you have Hilary Duff in this. She plays Terry Fletcher. You also have John Corbett, who plays Mr. Torvald. You have Rebecca De Mornay, who plays Aunt Nina. You have Oliver James, who plays Jay Corrigan. You have David Keith, who plays her father, Simon Fletcher. You have Dana Davis, who plays Denise Gilmore. You also have John Lewis, who plays Kiwi. Yeah, weird name, right? It gets a little weirder. Then you have Rita Wilson, who plays Frances Fletcher. You have Lauren C. Mayhew, who plays Robin Childers. Now, here's some names you're gonna know right off the top of your head. You have Kat Dennings, who plays Sloane. You have her brother, Paul Fletcher, who's played by Jason Ritter. And you have James Avery, who plays Mr. Gantry. Now, I stated earlier that this is a very heartbreaking film. So, the premise of this film is Terry has one of the best voices, to the point that she could make music for a living. And her brother, Paul, has all the faith in her. Well, I think not even 10 minutes into the film, Paul ends up being killed in a car accident with Terry. And so the whole film, she's struggling to get her voice back. As it states, raise your voice. And she ends up being accepted into this great music program out in LA. Her father hates the idea, so she has to lie to her father and go behind his back with her mom and her Aunt Nina and do what she needs to do to make her dream come true. Now, obviously, there's bumps in the roads. Now, Jay ends up being a love interest in this film. Denise is a best friend. Kiwi's a good friend. And so isn't Sloane. Well, with every good romance, you have somebody trying to ruin it. And that's where Robin Childers comes in. She was Jay's ex-girlfriend, and just the minute that Terry gets there, it's not fun for her. She's fighting, and she shows that, if you really want something, no matter what you've gone through, you can do it. Now, there is plenty of heart-wrenching scenes in this, but I honestly love it because Hilary Duff shows just pure talent. You're watching it and you're sitting there and you're like, is this really, is she really gonna quit? She doesn't. Is she really gonna do this because her brother wanted her to? Or is she doing it for herself? There's a lot of questions that rise when you watch this film. One of the biggest things that you can't take your eyes off is the performance that Hilary Duff does. Because how much she is able to sink her teeth into the audience and show the true pain in her eyes. it's just amazing to watch. Like, there's only a couple like films that can like get me teary eyed. This is one of them, because, you know, there between Terry and Paul is kind of like how me and my sister Keisha are. You know, they were inseparable, and I don't know what I would do if anything happened to her. And that's just how Terry shows it. She doesn't know what she would do, but guess what? She was able to hold true. She was able to do what she needed to do. Now, IMDb let me down again because they give this a 5.8 out of 10. I give it a 5 out of 5 because, like I said, it teaches you a lesson. You know, in this life, you're going to lose a lot of people, but you got to fight for what you want. Because even, you know, you'll find out there's plenty of people in this film that didn't want her to succeed, and they changed their mind. Well, sadly, there is no place to stream this. Go figure. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out and buy it or find it, because it is one hell of a watch. If you haven't seen it before, please find a way to watch it and let me know what you think, because I absolutely love this movie.